Hi, it's Catherine from McGrath Estate Agents. I'm here with Shanti, the interior designer of HB&Co.
So HB&Co have employed a few design principles in this master bedroom, and Susie is going to take a walk through those with you inside.
Hi, I'm Susie and I'm going to talk about staging your house when you need to go to sale. In particular, we're going to talk about bedrooms today and about how the space works. We all like our bedrooms to be a personal space, but in the interests of selling a property, personalising your bedroom space isn't always the ideal way to go about staging the property. We recommend that you remove any clutter and keep things open as possible. The reason being that openness is quite a positive thing to accentuate when it comes to selling properties. The sense of space is only gained when you remove visual clutter. So in this instance, if you were to look around, we only have small items, some scaled items in the space, just to keep the eye from getting busy. Over here, something such as a piece of artwork for focal point draws the eye in and allows you to understand the scale of the room. If we were to put too many things in the room, then we start making the room feel smaller. With dealing in space in a bedroom and trying to dress it for staging, we recommend that you really go for things that are more neutral. Avoid loud, bright colours. Try to keep things textural. White's always a very good colour to go to if you are in doubt. Dressing a bed with pillows, and as you can see here, the texture is really all about that subtle pattern in the cushions. We're just using 2 bed pillows, and we're using 2 large cushions and 1 centre cushion. Any more than that, then the bed starts feeling cluttered. So remembering that the thing we really want to achieve here is a sense of space, and to do that, just keep things at the minimum, use texture, and use a bit of neutrality in your colours. Bedsides are obviously in most bedrooms, keeping your bedside lamps on either side is great, but if you're in a smaller space, it's not a negative if you decide that the space is better off just with 1 bedside, and on the other side, such as we have here, this nook is being used just to show that there's some kind of purpose in the room for things like reading. These little things are features to the room that are always a good idea to focus on just to sell for a property. It's more like accentuating positives and minimising negatives. So in this sense, this space really works as you can freely move around it. It feels fresh and it has a sense of harmony and balance. The next point I would recommend for bedrooms and en-suites is just to remain consistent throughout the house.
So that was Susie's insight to styling your master bedroom. So let's see what the homeowner, Beverley Smith, has to say about the styling of her new master bedroom.
Yeah, thanks, Catherine. Look, the thing I like that Susie and her team have done here today is make this small room look as though it's quite a large area. It's when I first walked in here, I did feel a lot of peace and tranquility. So, look, if anyone would like any help with anything that, designing their bedroom, please go and see Susie and her team at HB&Co. If there's any investors or landlords out there, I'm sure they'll be able to help as well.